All right, we should be live. Bum, bum, bum. Oh, man. I gotta get this insomnia. Work. Well, it's not necessarily. I can't sleep at night, man. It is really annoying.
Seroquel. Talk to doctor about Seroquel.
Seroquel.
I used to have a major problem with my mind never slows down.
Yeah.
It's not as bad as Q's. Q's never shuts up. I mean, he's always in overdrive. But my mind never slows. It never shuts down. So it's hard to get to that point to where I can drift off to sleep. Man, Seroquel, even through my pain with this surgery, I'm able to sleep several hours at a time. And then once I get up and take another pain pill and use the bathroom, go back to bed, I can usually sleep several more hours. So I'll text it to you, the name of the med. I've gone through like Ambien and Lunesta and Sonata and all the heavy hitters, and I'm like this is nothing to me.
I'll look into it. Yeah, nah. But how you feeling, man? I know you've been.
Well, home health has come, so physical therapy started. Let me limit the sounds on my phone. My range of motion is great. The scarring, the bruising is still pretty impressive.
Oh, wow.
But the fact that I can still get around, do stuff, like I have a lot of flexion, range of motion in my knee, I can walk to the mailbox and back. I started driving. Don't tell anybody. Dicejunkies.
We are live, by the way.
You just told everybody. I started driving earlier this week because I kind of had to. And so I'm able to get in and get out, no problems. It's just I can't do a lot of things in long stretches.
Yeah.
Because it really begins to hurt. But but for the most part, it's gotten better. Hopefully, I'll start feeling like actually playing some more Dying Lights. I really enjoyed it. But just this past couple of days, it's been really intense because of home health coming out and making me do a bunch of exercises that's really starting to stretch and work some of the quads and other muscles that have been decompensating. So I've been trying to find ways around using them. But
sucks.
yeah, once you hit 50, things don't heal as fast. Yeah. And even though I have other done 6 years ago, the recovery, I don't remember it being this bad, but then again, I may have purged since then. But I remember playing more video games with the first one. But hopefully I'll be able to start jumping back into playing some games, especially with.
I need you to keep Q busy with some Borderlands coming up here in about a week.
Yeah, on the 20th is when the new stuff drops. So
I thought it was the 14th.
I'm guessing, dude. I don't know. So let me look that up real quick. When is the Mercenary Day? The first DLC to Borderlands 4 November 20th. It's featuring holiday theme, including new missions, loot, and vault cards. According to this, there's going to be a festive cheer. And it's the time for giving and gunplay. However, fans face optimism from to the Timekeeper's Minister of Culture. Anyway, so is that our first topic? Because I just kind of ran right into it blindfolded. If that wasn't it.
No, but I mean it's definitely worth talking about. But let's get the show rolling before we get into that. Welcome to Dicejunkies. I'm Xenodamus. I'm here with
you
and.
We have Bloodaxe.
All right.
Hopefully, I'm gonna try to make it the whole show.
Nah, dude. I mean, this is interesting. Yeah, we got this coming up, but I mean, we're getting updates with like two barely a change Thursday.
And that breaks my theory that they unless they're going to hold out for 2 weeks straight. That breaks my theory because I thought the lack of change for the game was because this Thursday was when the Mercenary Day, how to say Mercenary Day, with all the stuff came out. So I said, oh well, maybe they decided to hold it. But nah, so they didn't do anything, add anything, like none of the changes or fixes we're asking for. Are they going to do that 2 weeks straight? Is next week they're not going to be anything on the patch either? Barely. And then, I don't know, dude. Y'all guys, what is the business plan? What am I missing?
I don't know, man.
What
If you go to Take-Two's stock meeting, I mean, Borderlands 4 came in below Take-Two's sales expectations, and we know Take-Two doesn't too kindly to when things don't hit their numbers that they want. I mean, they drop Tiny Tina's like a rock. Because their sales numbers didn't go right. So
that's my fear because I believe their strategy is lackadaisical. I don't think they care. So I think they're like, we're going to make them wait. We'll get them all back later. Problem is, as I told you guys before this, there's always a percentage of people that leave your game that never come back. Nothing you do. They find a new game. This is a bad business model. And my concern is that if the player base gets too low, as the guy who played Tiny Tina's Wonderlands the longest, I know they'll quit. They'll quit hard. And when they quit, it is a crap show. An absolute crap show. And I'm worried they're going to quit on Borderlands 4. Now, the only good thing is, Take-Two, not Gearbox, Take-Two, the company owns it, will get revenge for me. Because I do believe they're sunk if they do that. I believe that Gearbox will be in big trouble if they ditch the game and just go, well, we made what we could. Because I'm pretty sure they made a lot of promises. But what's worse, I thought they at least hit the sales number. I thought the reason, that's why this is interesting, I thought the reason they were so lackadaisical and unconcerned was because they had hit their sales numbers already and didn't care. And was going, oh, well, at least we hit our sales number even if we don't pull off the live service. But no, they didn't hit their sales number, then they need this live service to work, right? Like, don't they need the live service to succeed?
Well, and they keep blaming it on PC, but like this also points out, it's like PlayStation's list of top downloads for North America revealed that Borderlands 4 dropped to 14th place after debuting at number 3 a month earlier. It's just a broader dissatisfaction with the game beyond PC users, and the PS5 version did have some optimization issues as well. So I don't know why they keep trying to blame things on Steam. One, they also mentioned, it's true that some PC players review bombed Borderlands 4 on Steam. I still hate that concept of, oh, a lot of people didn't like our game. They review bombed it. No, your game bombed. It's like review bombing is trying to seems to me always feels like you're trying to put the fault on the reviewers instead of on the game. It's like, it's not the players review bombing you. You bombed on them. You gave them something crappy or dissatisfactory to a large percentage of your fan base.
Well, no, you're right. The source of review bombing is dissatisfaction with the game, which means it's not usually review bombing. You made some call, some decision that pissed off people enough that they're hating on your game. Sometimes it is, but they didn't do anything political. There is no controversy about Borderlands 4. It isn't woke. I mean, well, it wasn't considered woke when it came out. Most people didn't know about the elements that are there. I didn't find out about them for a really long time, as y'all know. Yeah. Where I was playing Amon and I found out some things, but then later on, once I started doing side missions, by the way, Bloodaxe, it popped up several more times. It started becoming pretty consistent if you do side missions with him. But like a lot of that stuff was unknown.
What were you saying, Bloodaxe?
Bloodaxe was right again.
Yeah, you were right.
Oh.
Hey, dude, if you don't do, but unlike Tiny Tina's Wonderland, if you don't do side missions, you don't get to know more about the character than you want to know, is the way I'll word it. Because I honestly don't really want to know or care, but man, it keeps coming up in side missions. It came up at least, I want to say, about 3 times, and I'm just like, I get it. But the thing is, I don't say that to condemn the game. I say that to go, I didn't know. I didn't know for quite a while, which means it wasn't prevalent. So it isn't like they got review bombed for content. They got review bombed because the game had problems. You know, the map, the co-op issues.
Right. So what you're saying, it wasn't heavy-handed in regards to the messaging, but just because someone provides their feedback and it's negative doesn't make it a review bomb. It's the feedback that they're given based on their experience with your bloody game.
Well,
And
most of
a lot of times people go and look at those because before I buy a game now, I do go and look at the reviews and see what they say and kind of base my decision, especially off some of these indie games, which I'm now looking at some of these smaller games because some of these AAA games, like we're seeing with Borderlands, they aren't hitting the mark anymore. I'm sorry.
That's how I just want to get across. I only brought that up to say that that's not what people are complaining about. So it's like review bombing to me is reserved for people who have negatively reviewed our game just because they don't like our politics or our representation or something. That's usually why a review bomb happens. It is true. It does happen. Some people give low reviews on a game they never even played. But no, this is people playing the game going, yo, this is messed up. I played with my friend, and when I went back to my game, all my stuff's messed up. My map's not right. Locations I completed and missions I completed aren't showing. I got to run around and do stuff and unlock locations again. Or I made a Vex, and as you know, because you're trying to level the characters with achievement, and it was like I had no SDUs. The whole map was blacked out. I lost all my specialization. Bad implementations that normally I wouldn't even criticize, except you did it right in the previous game. I just want to emphasize that. Like, why are you doing things wrong you got right? Those are your valid criticisms. Then, yeah, the end game sucks. I mean, it gets boring super, super fast. And then the loot system's so messed up, you get more loot on easy than you do the higher difficulties, which they have patched that a bit. Ultimate Vault Hunter 5 drops a lot of purples now. No, I checked, it does. Ultimate Vault Hunter 5 now drops decent purples. Still isn't giving you legendaries. You got to go to Ultimate Vault Hunter 3. Yes, it's like a secret code. It's just for you to know. You play on easy or Ultimate Vault Hunter 5 for purples, to get purples to drop. And you play on normal or Ultimate Vault Hunter 3 to get legendaries to drop more often. Nobody knows why it's like that, because it's still screwed up. It should be, you play Ultimate Vault Hunter 5 to get everything, because it's the highest difficulty.
One thing that I think that they should go back to, and I don't know if they ever will, but once we went higher in Borderlands 3, once we went higher in the Mayhem modes, is we got better modifiers for our gear. And if they would institute that with the Ultimate Vault Hunter as we go, because Vault Hunter 6 is coming down probably the next month or two. And having
January.
Mm-hmm. Right. So being able to have better, whether it be licensed parts or something new, to incentivize players to play it on the higher Vault Hunters. Right now, there's nothing. Like you said, I can play on normal to get my legendaries, or I can play it on easy to get purples, because a lot of times the class mods and some of the ordnance are purples are better than legendaries right now. And so that would make more sense to incentivize players, even though the drop rates may be a little bit lower at higher tiers. But at least, hey, if I'm on Vault Hunter 5, I have a chance of getting this third licensed part that normally only gets 2, or the gun never drops on Jacobs except on Vault Hunter 5 or level 5 or above. So I need to guide roll with to get the Jacob license part. And that would incentivize players to actually play it, not only continue to play after they beat the game, but play at higher Vault Hunter levels versus just grinding. Because I'm done playing at the lower level because I'm bored with it. But if I can get better gear, then I would definitely be farming it a lot more often.
Well, and like the things you guys are saying are reasons why people, aren't sticking with the game. But I mean, people not buying the game a lot. Most of that came from the poor optimization. Because people could immediately notice bad performance. And then the other reason why most people say they didn't buy the game, I was just looking through, is it's Randy Pitchford. A lot of people, like if just on the comments here, below expectation sales for below expectation optimization. They would have had to sold a lot more if Randy had shut the heck up. He's 100% the reason I refused to buy the game. He's the reason I'm waiting for at least 50% off, maybe more, and that's assuming they're fixed it by then. So Randy's a lot of the other reason why the game didn't sell.
Yeah, he likes to run his mouth and write checks that unfortunately the game just did not cash. And I think that some of the reasons is like we've been talking for a while is waiting on buying games until it comes out in their reviews. And if the reviews aren't stellar, which the reviews weren't stellar for Borderlands 4, a lot of people are holding on to their cash until the game actually either gets better or there's something that better comes on and has better reviews upon launch.
Yeah. But anyway,
I
guess
mean,
we've trashed on Borderlands 4 enough. I'm going to aim for my next target. What's that, Blood? I'm in a queue.
One last trash. I mean, yeah, when you can instead drop only $40 to play Arc Raiders.
Yeah.
I'm just pointing it out because it's only $40.
Oh, no,
Game's
dude.
really popular right now, and it's only $40.
I didn't pull up an article for Arc Raiders because I know we were just talking about it. But, I mean, you had brought up a couple of things about Arc Raiders the other day. I meant to try to find an article on that. And I think I did eventually. And that was, like, the mainstream really hated on Arc Raiders. But it ended up being very popular with actual players. I know it doesn't have some of the elements we were looking for in the game, but for a lot of people who like PvP or are single player, a lot of people were talking really good on their single player. It's gotten a lot of hype from the players, and it's a $39 game.
And I have multiple friends on my friends list right now playing it while we're doing the show.
Yeah, so...
I mean, 39 versus, what is it, 69 for Borderlands? So almost twice the price and half or less the quality. This is why people are getting sick of AAA games. Because it's like, why? Why do I pay you so much when people can do more with less? And that's not even counting if you got the bounty pack like us, in which case we did pay more than twice what Arc Raiders cost. I could have probably went and got the Warhammer game, the Warhammer 2, Space Marine 2 game, and Arc Raiders for the price of Borderlands 4. And I'm kind of wondering, maybe I should have. They have not made me feel that, and I'm not saying I haven't enjoyed the game. I played it. I was playing it a little while ago. But I also play Borderlands games. I get into the loop. But do I feel like I've gotten my money's worth? No. No, not when I compare it to other games. I got way more fun in-game experience and quality out of Remnant 2. It's inferior to Remnant 2. It's inferior to Borderlands 3. It's inferior to Borderlands 2. It's better than Tiny Tina's, but that's because Tiny Tina's just really stopped. Like, they never added anything qualitative to that game on any level.
I'm going to be devil's advocate on this real quick. Yes, I think I have gotten my money out of it because I've gotten to play with my friends. Because how many games do all three of us get to play together? And we've played the crap out of Borderlands 4 together. So, yes, I don't mind paying the $120 and enjoying a game with my friends over several weeks. So I think I've gotten my enjoyment out of what I paid for, but it's because of the investment with you guys as opposed to the game itself. Now, the game didn't give me enough enjoyment for what I paid for it, but with the camaraderie aspect of it, I think it has. Because it was fun to play together, and we were able to play together for one of the very few times.
Yeah,
if it had more for us to
I
do.
agree. I mean, we got fun out of Borderlands 4, but I mean, a lot of it we made the fun happen. You know, there's a lot of elements about it where honestly we could have had just as much fun if we went back to Borderlands 3. I think,
Probably.
and we were playing
And
it
we did.
together.
I'd rather
And
be
we-
doing Guardian takedowns. I mean, for an end game, I need some end game, man. I need something to do with you guys. What am I going to call you in to do a vault? The vaults are like not even a real event. What are we going to do? Go redo one of the quests? They talk too damn much when you do the quest. You can't get to the killing. You know, where's a nice run? Now, I get it. A lot of that stuff was added to the game later, but here's the problem. But it was added to the game. You know this. You know the formula. You said that, Zeno. That's one of the other topics I think we're going to cover is why is it you got the code. You know the formula to make money.
Yeah.
But you won't do it.
Like Obsidian. Obsidian knows you want the next Fallout New Vegas, but it's finding more joy in original creations like the Outer Worlds too. It knows what it can do to sell to its fan base, but refuses.
They even seem to go out of the way because, like I told you, the first Avowed trailer was a dark, gritty, gothic-looking fantasy. And then they changed it. I don't know why. You remember when we first saw Avowed trailers, everybody's like, dude, this looks good. Is this a Dark Souls game? No, it's Pillars of Eternity. Oh, they're turning the Pillars of Eternity into an action art. All right. And then you get this colorful, look at me, I'm a fish man, and I got coral over my eyeball, and oh, look at me, colorful character. Wee! And you're like, this is not the first Avowed trailer at all.
No, that's the thing. I played Pillars of Eternity, and they were like, "Oh, Pillars of Eternity. This is all based on Pillars of Eternity." I was like, "Oh, cool. It's gonna be, sort of a grim, dark action fantasy. Awesome RPG. Yes." And then it's like bright coral. But
hold on. No, here you go. Play it for him. Play it. I put it in the chat. Play it. Play the first trailer. Look at this. Look how amazing this looks. This is not what we got. That looks awesome. It looks so hardcore. That is the first Avowed trailer. It looks amazing. Did I send you the actual link to it, or did I send you first Avowed trailer?
You sent me.
I just
link
watched it
to
again.
The actual search for first Avowed trailer, not.
Give me the trailer. I'm looking at it. Man, that looks so cool. It looks so hardcore, man. Oh, it's because it's playing it within Google. Okay, that's why. When I grab the address, there you go. There's the YouTube trailer. And I just had to go see the trailer. And what they were making and what they put out are so violently different that it's just insulting. It's insulting that it feels like they went and took the good out of this game. Like they knew what we wanted to see.
Yeah, they
Look
showed
at that.
Much, very, very much darker scene there.
All the lighting, even when a person lights up the darkness with their magic in the moment, that scene where you see the player light up look at this. Like, that we did not get, look at that. Something's trying to break through but then we got that colorful hot mess that they put out.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. It's very clear that no effort was made. And I think what happened is that people talked about what they liked about the trailer, and they use that as a checklist to take out of the game. I think Obsidian is out to ruin your fun.
Well, they're
Whatever you
aiming
like,
for mediocrity, so they can only take a portion of it and then do the exact opposite for the other half, so that they could balance that mediocrity, of shittiness.
Many of the comments I heard about the Outer Worlds 1 that people said, what could they do better, is I remember some people saying, they could have went more over the top. We expected the corporations to be a bigger deal. We expected the comedy, because it really was introduced as almost a spoof game. We thought they were going to do it bigger with that.
Yeah.
Get the next game, you get one corporation. Hey, we did better than the first game. You know how none of the corporations really mattered? We gave you one.
And it's like, oh, we want to see more of the world. Well, we're going to just show you this little bit here. that has nothing to do with the previous
Yeah, we're
game.
over here now in this particular zone. And also, you know what? We want to be more serious this time. We know you hate fun and comedy. And it's like, who told you that? What? It's not what we... Huh?
But yeah,
Well,
Did you talk to the guy that did Borderlands 4? Are you guys in this together?
You like the quirky.
yeah.
Especially for Outer Worlds, dude. I don't expect Outer Worlds to try to be serious. It was never introduced. The corporate environment in Outer Worlds is so ridiculously over the top. The way you have to pay for your own burial plot out of your salary, or the company charges your family. It's so ridiculously dystopian. It's meant to be also a comedy. It's idiocracy. Why wouldn't you go harder into that?
Well, yeah, dude. I mean, people enjoy being able to laugh and just chill. I mean, dude, that stupid game High on Life. People enjoyed the hell out of that. Yeah.
I bought the DLC for that game. That game was really, really fun. A lot of toilet humor, but really, really fun.
And ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. It's some really weird shit. It's something that probably my kids shouldn't play, but still, I had a blast playing. I can't wait for the High on Life one too.
In fact, it's almost what I thought Outer Worlds was gonna be to some degree, minus quite as kooky aliens.
Depending on the price of High on Life 2, instead of actually getting the Ultimate Game Pass, I'll probably just buy the bloody game. Maybe I'll have a gaming PC by then. We'll see.
But seriously, when I look at High on Life and how the corporations worked in High on Life, that was really more what I thought Outer Worlds' corporations were going to be like. You know, so just so over the top. So you're right. They don't want to make what we want because until recently, and Zeno asked me the damning question. He asked me because I said, yeah, man, you know, you had to put up with me for years wanting another New Vegas. And he said, do you still want it? And I had to go, not from Obsidian. I don't want Fallout New Vegas 2 anymore from them because I don't want to piss on the grave of the memory that I have of Fallout New Vegas because I know they won't do it right. Because Outer Worlds 2 was their chance to show they still had it. They even brought up Fallout New Vegas. They brought up how, hey man, we knocked sequels out the park. We about to show you what we did when we did. They leaned on that. And then that didn't know what came out. Now, I'm not saying the game's terrible. It's exactly what they aimed for. It's okay. It's mediocre. It's an okay sequel. It's a slight improvement to the first game. And that's it.
Yeah. But I mean, this is another example of just, the reason I brought up High on Life is another example of a small, more indie company, doing something better than something backed by Microsoft. It doesn't make sense, man.
So why pay $70? Why? You know what? I have been more satisfied with my $39 and $49 and $59 purchases than I've been with any of my $69 purchases in a long time. Hold on, let me see. How much was Black Myth Wukong when it came out?
I think that was $59.
Yeah.
Really? There you go. I was going to try to say, well, there was one, but no. But you know what I paid full price for? Monster Hunter Wild.
Well, talk about satisfaction.
Borderlands.
Satisfaction 4. On $69 and dollar games and all that. What about the next $100 game, GTA 6?
You believe by the time that comes out, it'll only be $100?
Oh.
Maybe for the basic
edition. That was the rumor going around that GTA 6 was going to be like $100 or $120, something like that. I can't remember what the exact rumor was, but just that the price was going to be super high on it. But apparently GTA 6 has announced a delay that it will now be went from May 26th to November 19th of 2026.
And this is not their first delay, by the way.
Was that
not their first delay? No, because when I saw the article, it says it was delayed again to November 2026.
Now, a lot of people said it was due. What?
Yeah, no, it was supposed to be out fall 2025. That game was supposed to be out already.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be out now. It's supposed to come out in fall 2025, then it was delayed to May, and now it's been delayed to November. I want you to understand how bad that is, everybody. Let's be rational. It's already delayed to May of next year. What could happen that with that much time between now and then, you already know you need to delay it not nearly, you need to delay it another half a year. What happened that you delayed it half a year from this November fall to that, and you already had another half a year on? And it ain't been that long since they delayed it.
It's not the layoffs.
Yeah, I mean, they say it's not the layoffs, which it probably honestly isn't. You know, no, don't tell me that. You know, the article actually mentioned a good point. They said, well, probably the delay from the layoffs, that'll come later. This delay was actually predicted quite a while back, as it was, and so they're basically their stock analysis and everything just came up, and so they were waiting till after that was the most likely reason they waited so long to announce the delay.
If we're lucky, the delay is based on quality control finding problems they needed to fix. But we've seen too many games not have enough quality control lately, so that doesn't make a difference. But that would be ideal.
Yeah, I mean, it may be due to overambitiousness. It could also be due to some people are waking up to some of the stupid changes they did in games and are trying to fix that before they release their next game.
But 6 months, man? You already have 6 months to fix the game. You need another 6 months already? You get what I'm saying? If they had got to 2026, no, I'm going to be fair. If they had got to 2026, and around February, they said, hey guys, we got to delay it. I could see them going, oh man, we're not going to get this knocked out in the next 2 months. But what the heck happened that they went, dude, 6 months? Pff, we're not even close. Like, because they didn't delay it a little bit. They delayed it another 6 months. Plus, it's really funny because I just saw an article where they're talking about how pissed off other game devs are who keep changing their release dates to avoid GTA 6. The GTA 6 game keeps changing. So they're just like, dude, pick a day. Because there were people who pushed their game to avoid, because the truth is not everybody's like us and can't buy as many games as they want. You know, they can't buy 3 games. And what did I say about once you get a game,
I can't buy as many games as I want. I mean,
well, true, but if I had to buy 2 games in the same month, it would hurt, but I could pull it off. Or in worst case scenario, I'd be able to get it the next month. But there are people who only buy 1 or 2 games a year. We looked that up. Remember, we covered something about that, about number of game purchases. And you're not going to beat out GTA 6. If GTA 6 comes out in the same month as your game, and the person is even slightly interested in GTA 6, they're going to get GTA 6. They are. We're not we're not GTA people. I play them 5 years later when they're on Dirt Sale or on Game Pass because they're fun games, but they're not worth buying to me. I'll just be blunt. They're not worth paying.
Dude, I used to get all the GTA, like after GTA 3 came out, I was like, ooh, every GTA after GTA 3 came out, I got when it came out because I was like, this game is fun. Up until GTA 5, which I thought was a dumpster fire.
I played 4, but nothing after that.
5, the whole three people go back to focusing on one character and make the game fun. Don't try to tell me this long, over long story between these 3 different people, force me to switch between them, all this crap. I don't give a crap about all that, man. I just want to shoot people and run away from cops. Yeah.
I borrowed GTA San Andreas, and then I rented from back when Netflix was a rental place. I rented the GTA with Nico Bellic. I think that was 4. I rented GTA 4. Played it for a while, and they're fun for a while, but they get boring after a while. They're not a repeat play to me. You play through it, you have your fun, you're done. And both of those games were worth a rental or a borrow, but like dropping full price to own them, nah.
It was one of those where you could release your aggro energy, and that's why I had it, man. I had it to release my aggro energy.
I had fighters for that, man. I had fighting games.
Yeah, I wasn't as big into the one versus one fighting games as you.
I like to go to the arcade so I could look someone in the eyes as I made them lose money.
Yeah, that required me to have
50
friends
cents at a time.
to play like.
Some of those games weren't 25 cents; they were 50 cents a play. Man, you get to take their money.
Oh.
Oh.
You aight, Blood?
Yeah.
No, he's not. He's in pain.
He is in pain.
I am.
All right, so, man, I hit a dead end on that topic.
Did we talk about the firings?
Sure, we can talk about firings.
We brought up GTA. Like, did we not talk about the fire? We're not going to talk about
The layoffs?
I mean, we talked about the layoffs from GTA last week, which now I will say there was some more information that came up on that. Apparently, Rockstar stated the layoffs to do were fired due to information leak, which apparently, so they were all part of that. Which, I mean, everybody admitted, yes, they were part of the whole, union. But apparently there was a Discord channel that the union had set up where they were talking about basically work stuff in this, Discord, which we know that's not a secure work channel.
Why would you do that? That's stupid.
I mean, here's the thing. I'm going to say something that's not going to be popular, but it's because not everybody makes the unions in good faith. Some of them are entitled. They can do whatever they want. They want to try to pressure the company. While the concept of unions is usually for a good cause, I've worked in places that have had unions, and I have seen less than scrupulous union objectives and union strategies is all I'll say. So they probably thought they could do that. They probably didn't care. They're like, yeah, we're going to make a union. We're going to talk about stuff here. And then, while I think it's messed up if it was union busting, at the same time, if you leaked information and you broke company policy, especially in a way, because I know that's zero tolerance where I work. Zero tolerance. You get caught discussing company business in a non-secure location, you're out.
But I mean,
Absolutely.
GTA Rockstar wasn't the only one to lay off people. I mean, we've got more layoffs this week with Square Enix announces Western layoffs, and apparently also wants 70% of QA work done by AI by 2027.
Probably
so might actually get some QA. I'm sorry, but games come out so broken that I actually have to kind of wonder if that's as bad. I know that AI is a debatable topic, but all I'm saying is that you know how games release, man. And some of it feels like nobody touched Borderlands 4, dude. Some of the mistakes and things that weren't working, I feel like they were almost impossible for somebody to have not noticed. You know what I mean? I just don't think it's... Whereas I believe a computer would have said, this is not mathing right. This is not mathing right, because it's an AI. It's a computer. It could literally go, that's not adding up. It's basically a calculator. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, maybe a calculator could do it better. Now, I say that because I'm specifically referencing Borderlands 4, where the problem was math, specifically of them stuff wasn't adding up. You know what I'm saying? Don't know how well it would determine, other types of glitches that aren't purely technical, like a visual.
This is one of those, I think, issues where also the article sort of sways it the wrong way, because the layoffs aren't particularly part like, so they're reading from this announcement, and it's basically saying we're laying off a bunch of people. There's 137 UK employees that could be laid off, and the US numbers are completely unknown. Many of Square Enix's former studios in the West have been sold off to the Embracer Group, and the company already had layoffs before. And then they jump over to a new goal, and it's like, oh, and their new goal is automate 70% of QA and debugging tasks in game development by the end of 2027. Through the use of automated technology aimed to improve the efficiency of QA operations and establish a competitive advantage in game development. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean you're laying off QA because of automation. That means you're using AI and automation tools to make QA better.
Yeah, we don't know if who's being terminated is QA. And like I said, I normally would be with everybody that gets their panties all in a bunch over, the AI things. I'm kind of like, but that's for different reasons. I'm always worried about Skynet. But, I can't when I go, I notice bias because I'm a gamer and I have to be on the receiving end of this poor quality. But look at what we're getting from the largest companies who could afford AI, the big ones. They're the ones doing the worst job on QA. They're messing it up, dude. They're bad at it. So I'm like, maybe you do need to do something. Something needs to change.
Once again, I work in the QA environment, and I will tell you this 100%. If I can find a way to utilize AI and automation to make what we put out better, sure as hell doing it, currently, one of the things I'm working on is automation, and we are looking at AI tools. Like that is definitely something that anybody in QA or anybody in any industry to me, I don't have this distaste for AI that a lot of people have. I see it as a tool. If you can take a tool and utilize it to make an output of a product or a service or whatever better, and you can say, this is better, then we should probably use it. That's just me.
I agree. Like I said, at this point, well, I agree in that I still understand the precautionary side of it. I'm never going to stop being that. And it's mainly because we're the dumbest species to ever walk the earth when it comes to self-survival. Will we make a bad call with AI? It's possible, but that's all that's tinfoil hat territory. As far as business-wise, I hate to see people not have jobs. But at the same time, I see the QA that's coming out at least of these big game companies like Square Enix and stuff, and I go, you also gotta try to keep your job too, though. You can't go, they're gonna take our jobs, and then you don't do your damn job, and you're bad at it, or you half-ass it, and then you go, I can't believe they want to replace you with a machine. I'm like, the game is a buggy mess. Yeah, if you're not willing to do it, they're going to find someone that can, and that might be an AI.
I mean, here's my thing, dude. We used to have to get ladders, climb up trees, and pluck apples out of trees to get apples. Now we have some machine that we drive up to the apple tree, has this big net and these two arms that just grabs the tree, shakes it, and the apples fall out of the tree into the net, and then it goes on to the next tree. If we don't allow for innovation and creation of better ways of doing things, then we're going to still be climbing a ladder to get apples.
Fair enough.
But what happens when that machine wants to shake people? Dun, dun, dun.
Then the person should have got out of the way.
Stop
Blame the victim. That's an interesting one. Shouldn't have let that machine kill you. You're right. And everybody that ever got shot should have dodged the bullet, man.
I know, right?
Yeah. I have such a bad joke, but it would get us fired so hard.
Are we out of topics?
No, we have more
Okay, let's
topics.
go.
Oh God! Don't say it. I won't say it.
EA says it will maintain creative control under the new Saudi and private equity owners as they dream and dream and dream.
I bet they will.
There'll also be no downsizing at the company, and everyone's going to keep their job. And rainbows, and poop unicorns, and there's a pot of gold at the end of them. Like what? Like no, they didn't buy you so you could keep effing up. No company that's ever been bought by another company has been allowed to keep screwing up. That's not why they bought you. They bought you because they said, man, if we buy them and make them stop screwing up, they'll make us money. That's the plot. They wouldn't purchase you if they didn't think they could fix you.
They couldn't afford to purchase you if you didn't need fixing.
That's also true. So they already, not only are they going to make changes, they decided before they bought you what they were going to change. And given who owns you now, oh, they're changing you. Oh, yeah. You know who ain't used to taking no? Anybody that's got the title of Prince or Sultan or whatever. And like, ain't nobody that's used to being like, oh, no, do what you want. No. Do what you want. Neither one of the people involved in that purchase, none of the people involved in that purchase really are. I don't know, man. That's just hilarious that they think they're going to keep creative control. And you know how much money they spend on them and how much debt there is for EA? You don't spend that kind of money to let somebody do what they want.
No.
At all. Utter insanity. That may be the dumbest thing I have heard all week. And I've heard some dumb stuff this week. I want to emphasize that. But that may be the dumbest thing I've heard all week. They're going to let us keep creative control.
Yeah. It's like, that's according to a updated employee-focused FAQ that addressed questions about cultural change coming as part of a deal to take the game publisher private. You want to know why you take a company private? So you can do those things.
So you could go, we don't have to listen to anybody anymore. So we're going to fire you, and we're going to fire you, and we're going to fire you. Why are we firing you? We're going to say because we feel like it, but we have our reasons. Fire you. Change the stuff up. Yeah, but, it's also company policy to lie to employees when a takeover happens. I worked at a company, I'm not going to name it, that got bought out, and they swore up until the literal day they downsized. I mean, up until, like, the morning of the day that they downsized people, they promised they wouldn't do it. I mean, promise. Like, they were emails, announcements, the speakers. Coming to the speaker. Like, it was just constantly you were being told. And then it's like, okay, today we're having a meeting. And then they took everybody outside, and they told several people, you're not coming back inside. I'm not kidding. That's how it played out. And it was like, yeah, no, where are these people? You got a severance package, and all you people are gone.
Jarek
and I'm just like...
Jarek says in the comments, I'm sure they'll have creative control on day one. We don't talk about day two, though. Yeah. In 2026, when this deal finally finishes, and they will have creative control up until that point, and then the firing start. And then, which I mean, look, you're a game company. Your games haven't been doing well. I'd be stupid to maintain status quo. That would be the dumbest move in the book.
I'm going to warn the employees, beware of traps. If somebody tries to organize a walkout, that's just them trying to save some trouble with firing you. Because when you walk out, they're just going to lock the door. It's going to be like, hey, let's organize a walkout, everybody. Y'all walk out. You notice the guy that told you to do it is still inside. He closes the door, locks it.
The window.
All right. Yeah. Badges don't work anymore. Walks off. Go like, man, that was a great way to terminate a bunch of people. Organize a walkout and then just fire everybody that walked out. I need to remember that strategy. That's a good one.
That's what I just put in the chat. Wait for the first crazy on-job protest. See what happens.
Yeah.
Oh no, that'll be very effective. They don't have to. They'll be like, oh, we got our first 50 employees. Good. Now only 300 more.
Well, no, it's also
days
like,
on the job.
The
Witcher,
they
Witcher
also
season 4, first day bombed.
Well,
yeah,
I
well, they
heard there's
also
no Henry Cavill.
Oh, a
we knew that.
52% drop compared to the previous season.
It's almost as though getting rid of Henry Cavill was a bad idea. Except that here's what's sad. I don't even think that's all of it. As I've went out looking for reviews of those first few episodes, it is god awful. Like they went so far. Basically, they decided to lean into triggering certain groups of people, and they went hardcore.
Yeah, well, I mean,
which I don't understand the strategy
of the
of that.
book. You know, he's like, I tried to give him some suggestions, and every time I talked, they just snubbed me. You know, so you know, they're just doing their thing.
Well, Henry Cavill had to leave for that, dude. They got rid of Henry Cavill because he said, "Hey guys, I don't think this really matches the character or the book," and they were so determined to go off script. Like, if I didn't know any better, I think that the Obsidian devs were moonlighting as, like, Netflix showrunners because, like, their desire to not succeed. And, hey, you know what I love? If they haven't done it yet, within the next week, Q's calling it, well, it's because you're all misogynists.
Well, yeah, of course.
Oh, they'll start attacking the viewer base. That's what they do. They do something stupid, then they blame the viewers. And I go, wait a minute. So you believe that more than half of your viewer base is misogynist? Well, then why did you do what you did? Because then that meant you were going to fail. Like, if half of your viewer base is misogynist, you need to put out some misogynistic ass shows, buddy. I mean, I don't know how you attracted that crowd, but that's what you got. Or you're going to lose half your base. Just being real. Like, when do you go? How do you in your mind think that nearly everybody out there is racist or misogynist or phobic, but then you make your show so that they won't want to watch it, and yet you get shocked that they don't watch it, yet you live in a world where you believe that everybody is that?
Well, I mean,
you know what I'm saying? Like if 90% of the audience is this, you better put out some stuff they like or you're not going to make money. If you believe that all of your customers are
how do you even go that route when you know, like, 35% didn't come back. They didn't even know that stuff was in there. They didn't come back because of Henry Cavill. You lost the rest of the percentage because they watched the first episode and said, "Screw this," and that's how you ended up with your, the rest of your percentage of views lost. But you already lost 35% off the top. You know?
No, but when they come back, they're not going to say 35% of our 20. No, they're going to say all of them because that's what they do. Dude, you're forgetting I follow BBC shows. I've been doing this longer than you. I watched Bad Woman. I followed all this crap. I kept up with the Doctor Who Nakuti Gatwa catastrophe. And what they did is they went, let's go super something to keep things clean and something with our show. Let's go way in this direction.
Not Super 7.
Tell everybody doesn't like it, don't watch. Oh no, we lost 70% of our audience. Well, they were all phobic. Well, then why did you go that direction? If 70% or more of your audience doesn't want to see that, then you can't get mad when they leave. Am I wrong? Like, you can't get mad if you actively are doing. If you pull up Obsidian and you go, I want to make mediocrity or something I know people aren't going to really care about, you're not going to succeed. So don't complain. At least, what was it? Kotaku? You know one thing I used to give Kotaku? One thing I would give them. Kotaku didn't care. All the way up to when they messed up and half the people got fired. Kotaku rode that sucker, but you know what they didn't do? They didn't complain. They were aiming for it. They set the boat on fire themselves and went down with it. But at least they stuck to their guns. They weren't going, oh, at least I don't remember that. I remember them being pretty like, nah, man, this is what we doing. We're going to ride it till the wheels fall off. If you're going to stand for it, stand by it. Don't get mad. Don't get mad that nobody wants to see your crap when you know nobody wants to see your crap. Say, hey, man, we made what we wanted to make. We knew it wasn't going to work, but we made it.
Well, I mean, the thing with The Witcher, though, is it actually started off with people really liking it. I mean, it was one of those things. You know, Jarek talks about Uwe Boll, who does bad video game adaptations, and them going that route. And at first, I was like, well, they started, you know, this was supposed to be an adaptation to the books, but then I was like, oh yeah, they've gone so far from the books that you know, they forgot they were making a TV show off of books, and then now it's a bad video game adaptation. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, Netflix was so, when you have a star like Henry Cavill and people are screaming, you know, that he is the Witcher, and you decide to replace him because he was too truthful to the source material, that, I mean, I just don't get it, man. That is just, it's ridiculous. But anyway, on to the last subject, like man. We've got U.S. Patent Office makes a rare decision to re-examine a previously awarded Nintendo patent. Now, this comes after, you know, Japan finally said, all right, these patents are getting out of hand. And so now the U.S. is going, maybe we shouldn't have passed all those patents so quickly.
Yeah, from what I understand, if this is true, essentially that patent was auto-approved. Like, it wasn't even like it didn't go through anything. They just said, sure. And now, is it the director, I believe? If you got the article, the director
of the U.S. Patent Office.
Yeah, came back and said, and one of the reasons he listed on top of that for reviewing this was literally going for the reputation of the U.S. Patent Office, meaning he had heard about how bad everybody was looking upon the Patent Office for approving such a ridiculous patent, and he even said, hey, man, we're going to review this because we're getting ate up out there. And when you find out that it was auto-approved, you're like, yeah, because that looks sus, if we're going to be honest. It does not look legit. It looks like somebody, like Nintendo paid someone off to pass the patent through automatically, and people probably it was somebody dumb who thought games were small. Oh, nobody will care about this game patent. Not thinking to maybe type in Nintendo into Google and see that there's a lawsuit. You know what I mean? Because I'm pretty sure if they knew there was a massive patent lawsuit, they might have actually paid attention. But people are stupid, so they probably didn't even bother. Me, I might have went like, is there anything going on? Oh, crap, there's a lot going on. Need to talk to my boss before I clear this, see what we're going to do, because we're going to get drawn into this, which they did. The U.S. Patent Office has been being ridiculed for weeks for that. Ridiculed across the world. I'm tired every time I go to see a video and update and all the comments are people just ragging on the Patent Office. But it was dumb. We said it on this show, didn't we? I said it. I said it's stupid. We look stupid. So, good news, somebody is actually going back to look at it and going, okay, what the hell? Let's look at this again. Now, that doesn't mean that it's going to get rejected on review, but we can keep our fingers crossed because Nintendo's got a lot of money and they're probably willing to grease a lot of palms. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. But yeah, no, that's our speculation as well. Jarek in the chat room says Japanese patent office rejected a Nintendo patent application for it. But yeah, we talked about that last week, and we actually referenced, you know, U.S., you know, Japan being smarter than the U.S. Patent Office when talking about that. And here they go. They're like, yeah, for our reputation, we might want to start looking at this stuff.
You know, so let's hope that Nintendo, with all the money they're spending on lawsuits, doesn't have enough cash to pay this off and that it actually gets rejected. Problem is that losing this patent will kill their cases. It'll finish it, though, which means they're probably willing to put the money behind it. So we'll have to see what happens. Because if they get this rejected as well, most of these lawsuits are going to be considered pointless, and people are going to start ignoring them and making their games Because their goal is to keep you from making games. Nintendo has decided we're not going to make good games. I know I said this last time. We're not going to make good games. We're just going to keep you from making good games. And then people have to buy our crappy games. It's a variant on the Obsidian strategy. Except that Nintendo said, we're going to go a step forward. Not only are our games so-so, but we're going to make sure nobody else can make good games. Well, hopefully the patent offices shut that down and we'll keep getting our $40 and $50 top-of-the-line games. Because like I stated, at this point, you can tell if a game sucks by if it costs $69. If it costs $69, it's probably trash.
Patent trolling is one of the things, in my opinion, is probably the most annoying corporate game out there. Before I worked in QA and software development, I worked for a cell phone company, and I will say the cellular industry was one of the biggest patent troll industries out there, man. When you look at cell phone technology and stuff, patents were insane. And I mean, we're talking about some really old patents with some money. Companies that wouldn't even make a product, they would just sit behind these patents and slap people with them and go, "Hey, give me your money," And I don't want the game industry to be like that. I mean, the game industry is a creative realm, and being in a creative realm, too many restrictions stifles that creativity. And we don't need that. We do not need that in this industry.
And I believe it would be Nintendo, who has already such a distinctly dedicated player base and so many unique IPs in themselves. They don't have to do this. They really don't. There's only one Pokemon, man. And it would take years for something to catch up to Pokemon, to build that kind of catalog. I mean, we all know the theme song. It's like, they don't have to do this. Just make a good game. What the hell? You have the high ground, bitch. Like, why are you punching down? You all the way down here in the ditch, throwing rocks at people and not producing anything. You have Pokemon. I would have loved to have gotten a Pokemon game that played like Power Word, obviously minus the guns, but an actual Pokemon game where I could run around and pull out. I want to have a... Dude, I like Power World, but you don't think I'd rather have my Charizard? I grew up, man, on Pokemon. I know Pokemon. I want my Charizard.
Well, dude,
I want my Hitmonlee.
Having that foot in the ground, having that high ground means a lot. All you really got to do is put out a good game. I mean, dude, look at, we talked about Monster Hunter and Wild Hearts. Wild Hearts had a lot of really good elements, and honestly, probably a better game than Monster Hunter. But Monster Hunter has the high ground.
I'll say that.
Monster Hunter has the high ground. All they got to do is release a good game, and they will always be on top. They don't have to be innovative. They don't have to be, super out there with anything. All they got to do is make a good game. Now, they failed to do that, in my opinion, with the last Monster Hunter, and they're still on top. Yeah. They haven't found enough.
And that's what was sad, is that also what they could have done is, here's what's crazy. Monster Hunter is a genre that is notorious for doing crossovers. I do not know why Monster Hunter didn't go to them, especially when they got ditched by their company and said, hey, we'd like to buy that license. Yeah, you guys come over here. All right, make your game, and then we're going to do crossover events so we can sell both. So we'll have Monster Hunter over here, we'll have Wild Hearts over here, we'll do crossover events, everybody makes money. I don't understand that. I don't know why that's not an option. Though I will say, Monster Hunter Wilds didn't go after Wild Hearts, to my knowledge. They let them exist. So I give them that respect. They took some ideas from them, but for Wilds, but they let them exist. And that's what you're supposed to do. But like Michael says in our chat here, it's probably cheaper to sue the competition out of business and to build a new game that actually delivers what fans want. That's not true, but it's what they think. And the reason I say it's not true is because when you make a good game, you actually make...
It can be true.
Because when you make a good game, you actually make money. You don't make money off of making the competition go away.
Yes, you do.
You just get rid of a competition.
No, you
don't
make
money.
Of it. You take their money.
Oh, if you can sue them for money, yeah, okay. Instead of just blocking them, I get what you're saying. Yeah, if you're suing them for money, then in that case, I'm talking about this whole patent thing to try to keep them from making games. But yeah, I guess so, but you get so much more out of making a groundbreaking game. It literally, your brand, you invent a whole new series. I mean, making good games is so much what you should be trying to do. Yet, like you said, all they do, what did Bethesda do? Bethesda's re-releasing Fallout 3 or 4 again, some dumb crap. Like they're not making anything new. They keep re-releasing the same BS over and over. No, it's New Vegas. Instead of New Vegas 2, that's why this all got started, right? The New Vegas 2 thing is really coming off because they're re-releasing Fallout New Vegas. Just, with a skin on it and charging like $100 effing bucks for it.
What?
Yeah, it's got like $100 collector's edition New Vegas thing. It's just Bethesda bullcrap as usual. And yet Starfield still sucks.
Talking about Fallout 4.
And it's like they're not even fixing what they got, let alone making something new.
Fallout 4 or New Vegas?
New Vegas. They're doing a Fallout New Vegas collector's edition.
Oh, the collect. Okay, yeah. I did see something on that. Yeah.
And it's just they up the graphics a bit, and then they want. I thought it got added 15th anniversary bundle. The Fallout New Vegas 15th. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, since y'all want to try to call me out, I'm sorry. It's $155. Apologies, I was off by more than 50% price hike. Yeah, the New Vegas 5th anniversary bundle is the game with updated graphics, a toy, some stupid stickers, and they want $154. And
that's
for one
of those
$54.99
big collector's edition things that Bloodaxe always buys, but that's not just the game.
No, but when he does that, he gets like a helmet.
Oh yeah,
and stuff. What the heck? This is literally patches and a toy and some cards. Why is it $154? Man, fuck Bethesda. That is ridiculous. That price is insane. I'm looking at what comes in this. And dude, because didn't you get like a full helmet on one of them, Bloodaxe? You got like I think you got a Brotherhood of Steel helmet.
I've got all kinds of shit, dude.
This is trash.
I have a life-size fabricator from Gears 5, if that makes any sense for y'all. I've got some crazy shit.
This price is insane for what they're giving you, which is nothing. This is an insult. They're insane. Bethesda has lost their ever-loving mind. They have lost their ever-loving mind.
Yeah, it sounds like most game companies. And
I'm disgusted. I don't know if you know what? I don't care about the next Elder Scrolls anymore, man. This is ridiculous. I was trying to hold out hope, but this is trash.
I mean, do you really think they're going to come out with something? I mean, when we've already seen all the other companies and what they're coming out with, do you think Bethesda's going to really do anything better?
I want you to understand something. You need to listen to me. Fallout New Vegas is $9.99. Fallout New Vegas plus every DLC is $19.99. Where'd the other $134 come from? You up the graphics? I can put a mod on. What? Heck, for $87.99, you get every Fallout. Well, you get Fallout 1, 2, 3, and 76. And Tactics. There's a big Fallout bundle for $87.99. Go buy that. Don't buy this. You get one $10 game and $145 worth of utter fucking garbage. I know I'll stop F-bombing because I know we got a limit on YouTube, but this is ridiculous, dude. I don't respect this company anymore. I've lost all respect for this. This is ridiculous.
Like I said, I've pretty much lost. I'm with Jarek into there. Support things like Hello Games, Coffee Stain, and Iron Gate. Indie companies are the way to go right now. These major companies, they don't care about you, and they really are just putting out crap, man. But anyway, with that, let's wrap up. You can go to Dicejunkies.com and find links everywhere we are online, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, Facebook, all that good stuff. Be sure to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell on our YouTube channel. And as every week,
we hope somebody enjoyed.